classics. They never get old, and neither does the granny square. I'm going to show you how to crochet a classic granny square. Coming up next.
Hi, I'm Diette, and welcome to Turtle Creativity, where we make crafting and crocheting easy. Today I'm really excited because today we're going to create the classic granny square. To crochet along with me, you will need a skein of yarn. I'm using the Red Heart Super Saver, a crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and my pattern to follow along with me. Granny squares are worked in rounds. This granny square pattern, we will be working in 4 rounds. Now, the stitches that you would need to know in order to complete this project is slip knot, chain, double crochet, and a slip stitch. Let's get started. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and begin taking my yarn. I'm going to go ahead and create my slip knot. I'm going to give it a little bit longer tail. And we're going to start off with chaining. I'm going to grab my pattern. And this pattern is available in the description below. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to double crochet in the 3rd from the hook. So that's 1, 2, 3. Starting where you put that slip knot, you're going to double crochet right into that space. So let's do 1 double crochet. And then you're going to do another one. Right in that same space. All right. From there, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and now you're going to put 3 double crochets to create your your second cluster. Let's go. Into that same space. So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to chain 2 again, 1, 2, and then you're going to double crochet into the same space again 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to chain 2 again, 1, 2, and you're going to put 3 double crochets back into that center one more time. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2, 1, 2, and now you're ready to slip stitch at the top. Put your hook through and slip stitch it through. Now you will see that you have formed a little tiny square with 4 corners. All right, with that, our first round is now complete. Let's move on to round 2. Chain 3, and you're going to double crochet 2 times in that same space. Chain 2, and we're going to move over to the corner. In that corner, we're going to double crochet 3 times. in that same corner, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to add 3 more double crochets in that same corner. Doing that, this creates the corners of our granny square. All right, chain 2, and we're going to put 3 double crochets in the corner. Double crochet 2 times, 3 double crochets in the same space, chain 2. And if you see, you're still creating your corners. Let's continue on. Go ahead and put 3 crochets, 2 chains, and 3 crochets in there, and I'll meet you when you get to the end of that. All right, let's go ahead and chain 2. Now you're at the start of what you did. You're going to go ahead and you're going to double crochet 3 double crochets within your start of your corner. 1, 2, 3. You're going to chain 2 and slip stitch at the top of your first cluster. And there we go. Round 2 complete. Let's go ahead for round 3. Chain up 3. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet in this space 2 times. And chain 2. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put 3 double crochets in this space right here, and then we're going to chain 2. And once you do that, I'll meet you when we get to the corner. Okay, now that you put your 3 double crochets into that space, let's go ahead and chain 2. We're at the corner. When we get to the corner, it is 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, now that you complete that, you're going to go ahead and chain 2. 1, 2. All right, so now that we've done that, you're going to go ahead and put 3 double crochets in this space, chain 2, move over to your corner. In your corner, you're going to do 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets in this same space. And then you're going to chain 2. Let's go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you after you finish this corner. All right, you should have put 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same space. And now you're going to go ahead and repeat that pattern. Chain 2, 3 double crochets in this chain, in this space. You have a corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in this same space. Then you have another space here, 3 double crochets here, chain 2, and I'll meet you when we get to the start of this round. Let's go. All right, so we should have done 3 double crochets, chain 2. We did our 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets to create that corner. We chained 2, we did 3 double crochets, chain 2, and now we're at the start where we're going to put 3 double crochets at the start of our cluster. Then you're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to the beginning. Now we're for our last round. Ready? Chain 3, double crochet 2 times, and then chain 2. All right, so now with our pattern, we now have our chain space here. So we're going to put 3 double crochets here, chain 2, 3 double crochets here. Remember, when we get to the corners, it's 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. When we get to this space, it's just 3 double crochets. Let's go ahead around and I'll meet you all the way around when we get to the beginning of our round. Let's go. Okay, let's recap. You should have, remember, we started this round with chaining up 3, 2 double crochets in that space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2. When you get to a corner, it's 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same spot to create your point or corner. Then in the next space, it is 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2. You come to a corner. At the corner, 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets in that same spot. Skip over to your next space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2. Then you're at the corner. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets in that same corner space. Then you move on, 3 double crochets in this space, chain 2, 3 double crochets in this space, and then you chain 2, and we're at the start where we're going to finish it up together with 3 double crochets. 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch at the top and pull through. You should wind up with something that looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and take my scissors and cut. Have a tail, leave about 6 inches or so. I'm going to take yarn needle. You're going to go ahead and weave in your ends. Weaving it back and forth at the top. I like to go a few forward and then I go backwards over it. And if you don't have a yarn needle, you can actually use your hook to do this as well. Once you do that, go ahead and take your scissors, once you've woven it in, and go ahead and cut. Your tail at the end, you're going to go ahead and weave it in a few. And then you can go ahead and take your scissors and cut as well. Once you cut your ends, your granny square is now complete. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe for more.